So Brian Mchotsi says man will cry when he appears at the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry. And my question was, why not the ad hoc committee? Because your comrades are there. Surely you feel a little bit, no, I see what you're doing there. I see what you are doing there. You are no longer a member of the ANC, and those people in parliament are going to be quite hostile. I see what you are doing. So let's go to a neutral platform like the Madanga Commission of Inquiry so I can sing like a canary. But the question is, are you going to sing like a canary now that the bus and an A380 has run over you? They're not done with you, by the way. And to be honest with you, of all the alleged people to be part of the criminal cartel that are saying, "Oh, I fear for my life," I actually think that Brown Mugotsi is the one who can legitimately come out and say, "I feel that my life is in danger," and I believe that. I believe that. As for the rest, like seriously, like really, no, I don't believe you. But Brown Mukhodzi, I do believe because he holds the treasure trove of all the truth. I'm sorry, of all the truth that we are awaiting, so that the ball will start rolling and heads as well begin to roll. And please, whatever you do, keep him safe. Keep him safe until he has appeared at the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry as well as the ad hoc committee. And I think he is trying to buy time to go to the ad hoc committee so that he can get his turn at the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry. Maybe because he doesn't trust the members of parliament, and I wouldn't blame him. The grandstanding that is going down there, I do not blame him at all. And I think as well, him noticing the type of attitude that is coming from some members of parliament, he will feel like he's being pushed against the corner. Even though he is so articulate, I feel like Brown Mukhodzi is quite articulate, not only quite articulate, also smart too. For him to pull something like this, guys, you need to have IQ, not two IQs like some of us do. He needs at least 120 IQs, which I think he does have it. Now, let's go to Parliament where Senzo Mchunu is busy testifying. And I knew it was going to go along those lines. You know, when a Zulu person, like, yeah, that's what Senzo Mchunu was doing. Basically, what that means is angizozwa ngawe. This is me who is the minister of police, and therefore I have all the powers. All the powers. Don't tell me about some person that's beneath me that I give instructions that they have the power that I have and they usurp it from me. Mm. Yeah, that is what I was hearing from Senzo Mchunu, even though he completely misinterpreted the Constitution. But then again, once upon a time, a Speaker of Parliament, I think it was Balega Mbete, who said the Constitution is just a mere guiding document. A mere, meaning a simple guiding document. So we don't have to follow it type of thing. Then I'm adding my own insight of what I understood when she said what she said. That is if it's her. I think it's her. And now you are having a situation like Senzo Mchunu saying, number one, I wrote that letter, even though Lieutenant General Tlatlam Kwanazi tried a little bit to distance him from the scriber of the letter. No, Senzo Mchunu is like, mm-mm, I take accountability for that letter. I wrote it because of the powers invested in me by the Constitution that I can disband and I can form and I can reform. No national police commissioner or a provincial commissioner for that matter that can do that by me. But the Constitution doesn't say that, sir. You have your duties enshrined in Section 206 of the Constitution, and then 205 is given to the police, which also includes the National Commissioner of Police. There's a difference between policy and operation. When both, you have your feet in both operation as well as policy. Now, this goes to show that we have people in parliament that do not understand the Constitution. And that is why I think they keep proving me right, all these people, that one of the prerequisites to become a candidate for an IEC list, you ought to produce something that shows that you sat in a constitutional law class for at least a year, because you're having people going around taking things that do not belong to them, and then they come back to the Constitution and say, hey, but the Constitution says this, when the Constitution doesn't say that. Maybe it is time that the Constitutional Court itself had some sort of what do you call this thing, indictment, not indictments, orientation. Every time the members of parliament are sworn in every new parliamentary cycle, they should have a month long constitutional law courses. Even though a month is, it's very little. Maybe they should have like twice a week there be a class on constitutional law for the rest of for a year or so, so that they are equipped, so that they don't come in the public and try to mislead the public, because the public itself does not know the Constitution, let alone their constitutional rights. And Senzo Mchunu knows this very well. And he's deliberately doing that in parliament to mislead the parliamentarians, because, hey, there are colleagues who don't understand the Constitution, except for those that have law degrees or probably did a BA with law, or what a science with law. Those ones, yes, they can understand the Constitution. But the rest of them, do you think the lady, the first one that asked the questions in the ANC, do you think she understands the Constitution? Do you even think she ever read the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa? I don't think so. But I do believe that Ola Ngola is, I mean, I found out actually he has an LLB. Good one. And I love that. I love that because I enjoy listening to him when he asks questions. It's just that he's in the wrong political party. I wish he was somewhere else, but I like and I love listening to him. Somebody also in the MKP as well. I don't know the names, guys. Like I said, I gave up on MPs' names a long time ago, because after realizing how useless they are, why should I even give them the respect of knowing who their names are? So, but there are people in the MKP as well that are very impressive with the way they're asking questions, even though I do wish they had some meat in the legal side of their questioning. And I hope they are going to pull up their socks today as they are going to be questioning Senzo Mchunu. Now, I'm not going to be present a lot as well. Just like yesterday, I was not present. I'm busy dealing with some personal stuff, even today, probably the entire weekend into the following week. I might be kwa here on the streets, but I will be listening, and I will also be watching wherever I will get an opportunity to watch. But back to Brown Mugotsi. Protect Brown Mugotsi. Brown Mokotse is the treasure trove to unraveling all of this mess that we are in. Brown Mokotse is a tip. Turn into a state witness. Yeah, but with the condition that you are going to tell it all on the stand in court. Don't just talk in the public. Don't just talk in the public, but be a state witness. That means go bargain with the state so that your blow is not as hefty as all the people that you are going to blow out of the water. If you know what I'm saying here, right? Because I feel you are extremely important in this puzzle. I think you actually are that piece of the puzzle that completes the puzzle picture. Now, I was quite interested in seeing Brown Mokotzi's community coming to his defense. saying that Bram Mchunu is actually a nice guy. I can imagine that he is a nice guy. I mean, he sounds, or at least they made him sound like a Robin Hood, like he steals from the rich and gives to the poor. That's how the community, or at least that's the impression the community is giving me. That yeah, he might be doing whatever he's doing, but he comes back to the community and gives. I mean, I remember one time, I think it was ENCA or something like that. It was on YouTube. A young man, when all this started happening, came and said, "No, Bram Mokgotsi is a person that rescued me when my aunt kicked me out of her house and I was starting an AI or IT business. I can't remember what it was. And Bram Mokgotsi actually funded that particular project, even though it also had its own little hurdles and goosebumps. But he was basically saying, but he's a very good guy. He's a very nice guy. I don't doubt that at all. I don't doubt that at all. But it does not take away that he is in possession in his mind with state secrets. And he also has some sort of influence within that space. Things that he's not supposed to me to know, just like I not supposed to know those things. And that is why we need him on the stand, divulge, bro, but to become a state witness, the key and star witness of the state when all of these goes down. Because if you're not gonna do it now, it's gonna be difficult a little later once handcuffs are put on you, sir. If I were you, I would walk into Mabato, Mafike, Mahikeng, or whatever town that you live in, police station, and hand yourself over. And then try and get the NDPP, Batohi, and say, I would like to talk. All of it. I'm telling you, who knows? You might dodge jail. I'm just saying, I'm not giving you ideas. I'm just saying South Africa needs answers. And if it means we go down that route, then let's do that route. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, let me leave this video right here because I got to run. I mean, that is why my hair looks the way it does. Somebody said I look like a mafia boss in prison. Somebody else says, oh, you look like a taxi driver. Now I believe that you are Zulu. Like, what? You people. But I love you all nonetheless. But anyways, guys, let's see each other whenever I can to come before y'all. If there's something juicy that comes out in Parliament, I don't know. You tell me. Sometimes I would be somewhere with the wall behind me. Yeah, maybe I'll do something like that. But other than that, thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you so much for the super thanks, everybody. Nikki, thank you, and I really do appreciate you guys so much, and let's see each other during the course of the day if I can. But please don't leave the video without liking. We are terrible at likes, guys. We are so terrible at likes. Can you please like the videos? Thank you. Goodbye.